Europe, 1914. A continent full of empires, glorious mustaches, and a web of alliances so complex even the leaders couldn't keep track. The rule was simple: if one country got attacked, their friends had to jump in. It was like a giant schoolyard brawl waiting to happen. Then came Sarajevo. Archduke Franz Ferdinand was visiting, and a group of assassins was waiting. The first attempt, a total failure. But after a wrong turn, the Archduke ended up right in front of Gavrilo Princip. This time, he didn't miss. The spark was lit. Suddenly, the map of Europe started glowing red. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, Russia joined in, then Germany, then France. Everyone was in. Germany had a plan, the Schlieffen Plan: knock out France quickly by going through neutral Belgium, then turn around and deal with Russia. But Belgium put up a fight, and Britain, seeing their neutral friend bullied, decided it was time to join the party too. Both sides tried to outflank each other in the race to the sea, but they just ended up building a long line of trenches. Welcome to trench warfare. It was muddy, it was wet, and it was incredibly boring until it was suddenly terrifying. Generals kept ordering men to run across no man's land into machine gun fire. It didn't work. For years, the line barely moved. To break the stalemate, they tried new technology, like biplanes that were essentially kites with engines, used for scouting and very polite duels. Then came the tanks. British Mark Is were big, boxy and slow, but they could crawl right over those pesky trenches. And unfortunately, poison gas. It led to everyone wearing these terrifying-looking masks, making the battlefield look like a nightmare. Out east, Russia was huge but struggling. They had plenty of men, but not enough rifles. Sometimes they just shared. The British tried to open a new front at Gallipoli to help Russia, but the Ottoman Empire was waiting. It was a disaster. By 1917, Russia had enough. The people were hungry, the Tsar was out, and Lenin arrived to turn everything red. Germany was thrilled until they realized the United States was finally entering the war. The sleeping giant was awake. Germany tried one last spring offensive to win before the Americans arrived in full force. They ran as hard as they could. But they were exhausted. The Allied line held, and then they pushed back. The German army began to crumble from the inside. On November 11th at 11 a.m., the guns finally went silent. An armistice was signed in a railway carriage in France. The map of the world was redrawn. Old empires vanished, and new countries like Poland and Czechoslovakia popped up like bubbles. The war to end all wars was over. Millions were lost, and the world was changed forever. But unfortunately, the peace wouldn't last. Humanity learned a lot, but as we'll see later, some lessons take a second try to really stick. The end. For now.